my gosh, guys. So welcome back. So this is so fun. Welcome back to Norse Week. We are doing these face videos. We're not doing cards, we're not doing runes, we're doing these. Remember when we used to do this a couple times a day, actually, because I was an overachiever. Giggles and cheers. So Frigg, somebody asked about Frigg, and I was so embarrassed because I'm like, oh, I know she has a playlist. I'm like, there's one video on the Frigg playlist. Oh my lord. I think it's because you know how the community can be that forms around the Norse gods, yeah? And so I kind of, don't talk about her even though we have a very active relationship. I found her to be, very she knows what's going on with Odin. So if you have a relationship with Odin, you should try to cultivate a relationship with Frigg. She's worth, more than worthy of being known by herself, even if you don't work with Odin. But if you work with Odin, Frigg is really good to know. She knows a lot of times, they say she sees the future, but she's not going to tell you. So no asking her for lottery numbers. It's not going to work. I'm getting this kind of amused sense, but she knows Odin, and there have been times like I did watch that video back I did on her, and she'll know when he wants something, but she's not going to give me the answer. Like she'll point me in the right direction, and she'll give me kind of like this kind of riddle kind of to solve, and then she steps back. And you can feel her energy too. She's going to feel different to everyone. To me, she feels, I don't want to say matronly. I don't think that's the right word. And I don't want to use a word like severe because it gives the wrong impression. Stately and serious. Like very stately, very serious. That's what I get. Not that she can't cut loose and have fun, but with me, like usually if Frigg is showing up, we do spend downtime together, but it's like, okay, Odin is going, running around in circles, or you're running around in circles, and here's what you need to do about that relationship. But she also gives me advice on, earthly relationships. She gives advice on the channel. She gives advice on buying groceries because she's very much, all mother is a thing from Thor comics. I know that, but very much a all mother of she's going to come in and she's going to help. Um, she's not going to take excuses. She's not going to take excuses. I don't mean that you can't tell her why something went wrong or why something didn't get done, but she's not going to take it either. Like if, let's say Thor asked me for something and I said, sure, Thor, and I just never did it, which I usually wouldn't do unless I forgot because I have had strokes. And if she came up to me and hadn't done it, she'd say, "Why didn't you do what Thor asked?" Oh my God, I forgot. She'll be okay, but she's not going to accept that and go, "Oh, that's okay." She's going to be like, "You better go do it now." I am reminding you. So she's good with that. So if you have like a disability, like strokes or something like that, she can be very accommodating. She will remind you of something that you promised the gods and you went and forgot. And she knows I'm not doing it on purpose, stroke brain, but Loki hates that term. But she's very good with that. And she's very good with making sure that I'm running a tight ship. She's very like acting a sense of pride. She's very good about am I getting to my work? Put fun time aside. She knows that if I won the lottery, you might never see me again. But she knows she's like, hey, we're all like that. She knows to, come in, make sure I'm getting the work done and make sure I'm doing like household chores, stuff like that. I won't neglect anything, but she's very much like that. That's very much part of her personality to get everything done. She does, like we said, know the future, but she's not going to tell you. But I've found she will give you nudges in the general direction. She's not going to tell you anything, but she will give you a nudge. She's still not telling you. She's not breaking her own principles, but she's just going to give you that nudge future towards the future. She's not going to tell you what's going to happen, but if she gives you a nudge, just follow it because she knows. A lot of the gods have foresight. One of the things I will caution you about, there are some people that write about Frigg or consider themselves, handmaidens or something that are kind of bad news. You'll know them. They'll be things we're no longer allowed to mention on YouTube, but not good things. And I got that's a very good workaround. There are people that attach themselves to both Frigg and Freya, unfortunately, that are like that. You'll know them. They'll be easy to spot, believe me. They'll just come off as not good. And, but that's with all the Norse gods, unfortunately. And they don't speak for her. Nobody speaks for Frigg, believe me. Nobody speaks for Frigg. And I'm getting this Frigg, show of to mention something to you guys. There are not imposters of the Norse gods running around. There's no void that I know of, unless people are getting their mythologies confused. And there aren't these fake Lokis and Odins and everything running around. It's something that started probably on TikTok or the trash fire that is whatever. And it's not a thing. The Norse gods are the one pantheon that if anything were impersonating them, it wouldn't be alive for very long and wouldn't be among the living. It would not happen. They would not tolerate it. If something had made progress and somebody was serving something that wasn't Odin, for example, Odin would be there like that, and Odin would be taking care of it. Do you think he would tolerate that, or do you think Loki would tolerate it for 1 second? No, and Frigg especially would not tolerate it. Now we have talked about discernment. We can make up a fantasy version of the god that's either always with us or always against us, and we can serve that instead of serving the god. But then the god will usually show up and be like, hey, knock it off. And you'll know. You'll know. Like, if you don't like a certain group of people and your god agrees and they're perfectly decent people, then that might be a version of the god you meet up to, fit your views. I have to be very careful because you do. But yeah, she's pushing me to remind you not she doesn't hold with nonsense. She doesn't have time for it. She's a busy woman. She's in charge. She's got a lot on her plate. She don't have time for your nonsense. That was just something she felt was important to know that no, nobody's impersonating Odin. Nobody's impersonating Loki. Certainly nobody's going to impersonate Frigg unless no one will live for very long. But we hope you guys like that. The energy feels really different, I guess, because I'm not used to doing these. But we hope you guys like what you saw. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.